Hello and welcome to What's Up at the Weill Center. I'm Bill Fisher, Executive Director of the Weill Center, and thank you for joining us today for this monthly show we are doing. Today I'm going to talk about 3 great shows we have coming up in the month of March, and also finish the show by being joined by Conrad Burrows, President of the Board of Directors of the Weill Center, who will share with us future plans and answer some questions that many people ask about the Weill Center. But to start with, we have the first ever Broadway musical appearing on the stage of the Weill Center on March 24th at 7:30 p.m. That's a Saturday night, and it's Damn Yankees. It's a great musical, won numerous Tony Awards, and we are anxious and excited about having a live orchestra in the orchestra pit with a full cast and crew of equity actors from New York to bring this show to Sheboygan. Now, to really get a feel for the show, I really want to share with you this clip that shows several scenes, and you'll recognize several popular songs that came from that great movie, Damn Yankees. So sit back and enjoy it.
Will keep over till then. Goodbye, old girl. Goodbye, old girl. We haven't got. Hey, what do we got? You'll never win. That's when the grin should start. We've got hope. We don't sit around and mope. Not a solitary sob do we heave, Mr. 'Cause we've got hope. We're so happy that we're humming. Speaking life for us. We should jump from apple jump, 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 jump.
Down in Madagascar.
for it's just as though years war. Oh, those were the good old days, ladies. I'd gladly sail the seven seas for just 1 and 3 of those good old days. Me and I've got you. We got along because we got each other. We got each other. Watch your back, boy. What the happy thought is, what happiness. She's white fluffy cloud. You belong to me. You two-tummy, false-faced swindler!
As you can see, that was quite a production of Damn Yankees. It has a lot of production value in it, and we're really looking forward to hosting it at the Weill Center on March 24th at 7:30 p.m. Now, a little bit before that, on the day before St. Patrick's Day, we are going to be bringing from Ireland the National Dance Company of Ireland to perform Rhythm of the Dance on Friday, March 16th. Again, another huge production that was coming directly from Ireland to perform dance and music from Ireland. Like Riverdance or Lord of the Dance, it is a huge Broadway production, and we're really looking forward to hosting them Friday, March 16th. Now let's take a look at what they do. As you can see from that clip, the National Dance Company of Ireland will share with you where the dance they do and the music they do comes from. So that'll be a very exciting evening, and you won't want to miss that on March 16th. Now, the day before, we have one of our Sargento Foods Family Series shows, and this is a night of magic. Kevin Spencer is a master at the Theater of Illusion, and not only does he perform magic, but he makes it a theatrical experience with all his props and illusions and his lovely assistant, his wife. So don't want to miss Spencer's Theater of Illusion on Thursday, March 15th. Now, because it's a family show, we will be starting at 7 p.m., a little earlier for the family. And please come down and join us on March 15th. But now, give you a little sneak peek at what they'll be doing. You know, we've talked about the past and the present. So what's in the future for the Weill Center? What projects do you see planned at the Weill Center?
Well, we're always looking for new things to do at the Weill Center, but right now one of the exciting things is to vastly enhance the acoustics or the sound quality in the theater. What we have today is the same public address system, if you will, that was installed in 2001. And oftentimes we have people say, I cannot clearly hear what the vocalist or the entertainer is saying. So we've started a campaign, if you will, to, again, improve the acoustics there. We've had an engineering study. We have a cost as to what we need, and quite honestly, we're about halfway towards our goal. In a perfect situation, we would have it ready for our 2012-2013 performance season.
Wow.
So we're all working on that.
That would be an amazing enhancement to an already great facility, but as you said, the sound system was the originally installed one, and there's been a number of times we've had groups in there that really would benefit from a customized sound system in the Weill Center. So good luck, and hopefully we'll be able to accomplish that.
Sure.
Besides the Weill Center Presents, what else is happening? You know, besides the series events, the music, the theater, the family, what other things are going on at the Weill Center?
Well, we have about 15 shows that we program. In other words, we take full responsibility for it. We contact the artists and their agents, and we make sure that they're fully prepared to put on a show, and we sell the tickets, and then at the end of the show, hopefully the Weill Center is able to generate a little revenue. But in addition to that, there may be 80 times we rent the theater, and oftentimes there is some confusion about, is this a Weill Center Presents, or are you just renting? Most of the time, everybody's happy with it, and so as far as we're concerned, if people enjoy themselves at the Weill Center, it doesn't really matter what the mechanics are. But in fact, we've had business meetings there, we've had weddings there. We've been able to put on reunions. We've been able to have family gatherings at the Weill Center. Not only that, but we can serve a meal on the stage, so we're kind of limited by your imagination or the community's imagination. And if there's something going on at the Weill Center 3 times a week, that's what we like, because there's always new people coming to see the Weill Center, and I guess we refer to it as the community's living room. Everybody's welcome. Maybe you won't come to every performance, but there's something there for everybody at the Weill Center.
I was just about to say that. It sounds like you have something for everybody,
right,
which is a wonderful asset to the community to have such a facility that, you know, you look at the annual schedule and, you know, wow, hey, there's something right up my alley or my family's alley this weekend. And I've heard that you still show movies at the Weill Center?
Well, we have our Friday night movies. It's very, very popular. Thank you very much to Community Bank, who helps us sponsor that. But March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, we're going to have a music festival, and everybody's invited. So come see how much you can enjoy the Weill Center while a movie is being shown. And again, I'll put in the plug for the sound system. It's going to be better in 2012, 2013.
Thank you. And again, we've heard the history today, and now we see that you keep that history going with those annual movies. But it's a center for the performing arts, so you can see all kinds of different diverse programming at the Weill Center.
Absolutely.
Now, it's a nonprofit organization, which means that you have a board of directors that you are president of and have been since 2010. What else does the board of directors do for the Weill Center?
Well, I'm proud to say we have 17 wonderful directors on our board, and we look for people with various skill sets, from accounting to marketing to helping with new programs that come through. We have a governance board to make sure that we're doing the right thing the right way for the right people. And I have to say, they're all very engaged, very enthused, strong members of the theater, and it's quite enjoyable working with a group of people on a volunteer basis that help to raise money, help with the programming, and certainly make sure that this preserved theater is there for all of Sheboygan to enjoy.
Well, it sounds like it takes a lot of work to raise a community performing arts center, and you've done a great job with that. Tell me a little bit about the volunteers that you might see when you go into the theater to attend an event. I understand that there are very few staff members there, and the board of directors is all volunteer. Mm-hmm. Are there others that volunteer their time?
We could not run the Weill Center without our core of volunteers. And it's a variety of people from a variety of walks of life, with a variety of reasons of why they want to do this. Some have had wonderful time as a youth there at the Sheboygan Theater and want to come back and pay back. There's an opportunity to see a performance while volunteering a little bit, so I'm sure that's one of the motivators. And we also have a full array of snacks and drinks, if you will, so we have volunteers to make all that possible. And every time, I know, Bill, you thank the volunteers for all their work, and from all of us, we simply could not be doing what we're doing without our volunteer corps.
That is so true.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it is, a lot of people don't realize when they walk into a facility like the Weill Center for the Performing Arts that almost everything in there is sweat equity and just volunteer and passion, and it's one of the things that makes it such a community gathering place. And we're always looking for volunteers, and if you're watching this show and you're interested in lending a hand, contact myself or Conrad in terms of the board, and we welcome people to become engaged and involved at the Weill Center. I'm an employee, but I'm surrounded by the best volunteers I have ever had the pleasure to work with, including the board of directors. Any other things in the future that you might think of that we would share at this point? I know the theater's been here 10 years now, and every organization is trying to look 5 and 10 years down the road. And other than the sound system, are there other things that are being explored? And just in general, I'm sure that the wheels are always turning at the Weill Center.
Well, there's a couple things to look at. As one of our best customers, we have the Sheboygan Symphony. And how can we work more closely with the Symphony so that we're being the most cost-effective as we can, we're utilizing our people in the best way, and so as we roll into the future, I think you might see a program where the Sheboygan Symphony and the Weill Center are closer, working more closely together, selling tickets, talking to people, just making sure that everybody enjoys everything they can at the Weill Center. There's a theater for young audience. They're always looking for a bigger venue, an opportunity to perform on a large stage. That may be something in the future. And so we have people on our board and people that we employ to look for opportunities, make sure that we're doing the best we can for Sheboygan. I will say in this volunteer area, whereas we have members of the board, we also have a number of committees, and that may be a committee for a gala, or that may be a committee for strategic planning for the future. And so you can serve on a committee, but you don't necessarily have to be on the board of directors.
Right. Okay.
And that brings outside talent in for a short period of time. use them as best as we can, and then they contribute and then go back to their normal walk of life, but they've given a great deal to the Weill Center.
Yeah, and we're not unlike, the Weill Center isn't unlike many nonprofit organizations that rely on those volunteers and the generosity of contributors to maintain their fiscal position and to move forward. Personally, it's a rewarding experience to become involved with a nonprofit organization. But when you're involved with a performing arts center, and we're kind of unique characters, we have a mission that is a community mission, and we want to provide what the community wants. So again, I'd like to stress that your point about the community becoming involved. Mm-hmm. The Weill Center is your living room. Mm-hmm. If you live in Sheboygan County or you're from this area, it's yours. It's a nonprofit, so it's owned by the community, and we encourage that volunteer effort all the time.
I guess if I could get in one plug, we are not-for-profit, and we do exist on donations.
Yes.
And there's always an opportunity to be a member. There's always an opportunity to give a gift to the Weill Center. So as president, I only feel obligated to let everybody know that that opportunity is there for you as well. So those of you that have made all this possible, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Those of you that would like to help, we're here to help you.
Yep, and I would reiterate that we really appreciate all the support the Weill Center has gathered through the years from the beginning until now and looking to the future. And you know, we often are overlooked as that nonprofit because we're visible selling tickets to shows and things like that, but you know, all that is essential in maintaining the integrity of the historic building as well. So thank you for joining us today at the What's Up at the Weill Center. We hope each month you'll tune back in to get some more history or some more future plans, and more importantly, to see if we've got something showing on the stage so that you will come down and visit us and see what's up at the Weill Center. Thank you.